Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera kepada Madam Chairman, Puan Hajah Saadah Ibrahim, Senior Chief Deputy Registrar, Puan Alfina Bakar, Chairman International Conference for University Administrators 2018, and all of the participants who have actually stayed up to, sekarang ni dah pukul 3:35, so this is the perfect time to fall asleep. Yeah, so thank you very much for still staying awake, and I hope I'll be able to keep you awake, okay, for the duration of my talk. I promise that I will not be long, perhaps half an hour to 45 minutes, insyaAllah. So saya menyampaikan ucapan salam daripada Yang Berbahagia Datin Paduka. I think she was with you all this morning untuk menyampaikan ucap tama dan juga message daripada Yang Berbahagia Menteri. And I have been tasked to represent her to prepare a talk. Title talk tu actually there was a sort of like a confusion mula tu. Sebab Datin Paduka was supposed to be talking on talent, and then when I received the message, I thought it was supposed to be on talent. Tapi then later we found out that it is actually humanizing for IR leaders. Okay. Di sekarang ni muka saya mana slide dia? Patutlah you all okay. So humanizing fourth IR leaders. Jadi I will try to share with you some aspects of what is fourth industrial revolution coming from the Ministry of Higher Education, and then after that kita akan cakap pasal what would be the criteria of leaders that would be necessary to perhaps support fourth industrial revolution. Okay. Saya tunjuk kat sini patutnya. Okay. Right. This is something that probably you've seen before. Okay. Jadi fourth industrial revolution. Okay. Fourth industrial revolution ni actually they started off with number 1, which is mechanized production. Ni masa zaman-zaman mula-mula the starting of the industrial revolution. Okay. Then it goes to Industrial Revolution 2.0, which is mass production, assembly lines, advent of electricity. Then it goes to 3.0, which is automation, IT and electronics. And at the moment, it is at 4.0, whereby there's connectivity between smart technologies. Jadi this is when we talk about big data, okay, AI, IT dan sebagainya. Now, to tell you the truth, Japan has actually started fifth industrial revolution. So kalau nak ikutkan, kita ni dah a bit late lah. We should start fifth industrial revolution already. But never mind, it is better to be late than never. So moving fourth 4.0 industrial revolution is something that we have to work on. I think the speaker before me talked about data management and all that daripada TM, I was informed. So this is something that we have to look into to support the fourth industrial revolution in Malaysia. Now, what is fourth industrial revolution? It is a stage in the development of knowledge in which the lines between physical, digital and biological spheres are being blurred. This is by Schwab 2016. And the backbone for fourth IR, saya cakap fourth IR je lah senang, include artificial intelligence, cloud computing, big data analytics and Internet of Things. Okay, IoT. Pernah dengar Internet of Things. Okay. Now, all this actually, this is all what is known as disruptive technology. They're disruptive because it is the changes that occur when new digital technologies and business models affect the value proposition of existing goods and services. Okay. Apa dia? Nanti kan saya akan bagi contoh. A transformation that is caused by emerging digital technologies and business models impacts the value of existing products and services offered in the industries. disrupts the current market and causes the need for re-evaluation. Ni semua ni termasuk dalam, kalau you talk about fourth industrial revolution, it is disruptive. Dia mengganggu gugat kehidupan seharian kita. Example, something that kita dah pakai pun, some of these things yang kita dah biasa juga. Kita dah biasa sekarang ni because then we don't see it as a revolution. It is something that we are quite familiar with. For example, Uber. Kan? Uber is dulu, apa tu Uber? Kita selalu kata taxi, panggil taxi kan. But now it is panggil Uber or panggil Grab. Now this is actually a disruption in technology. So ada banyak contoh saya letak di situ. For example, Airbnb. The industry do not need to, it is just virtual, kan? Kalau siapa pernah book apartment pakai Airbnb? Tak ada. Pernah dengar Airbnb? Ada, tapi dah penat kan angkat tangan. So tak apa. I'm sure some of you have used this, especially when you go overseas. In fact, now dekat Malaysia pun dah banyak juga. For example, large phone companies own number telco, Skype, WeChat. Sekarang ni kalau ada kawan-kawan dekat overseas, bila kita nak buat meeting, bila kita cakap dengan KSU, I need to go overseas to have a meeting. Dia kata, what for nak pergi overseas? You can Skype, you can do WeChat, you can do teleconferencing. So these are things that are disruptive lah. Because dulu kita kata we need to have face-to-face discussion. And now you can still do face-to-face discussion, but over Skype, for example. And then of course Facebook, semua tu kan, Google, Facebook. Siapa kat sini tak ada handphone? Semua tak angkat tangan, maknanya semua tak ada lah. Siapa kat sini ada handphone? Ini saja so that tak tidur. You angkat tangan, you turun tangan, exercise. 10 years ago, saya ni dah tua lah juga kan. I cannot imagine now kalau tak ada handphone. Tapi 20 years ago, tak ada handphone, no issue. Betul? Kita janji nak jumpa di depan Dewan ICU pada pukul 3 petang. Okeylah, tunggulah pukul 3, lambat sikit tak apa. Orang tu datang, kan. Tapi sekarang, I'm on my way, I'm on the way, jam kan. I cannot make it at 3 PM. Semua tu is by having communication. And this is all disruptive lah basically. Tengah makan pun duk tengok handphone kan. Saya takut jatuh pula kat bawah. Tengah makan tengok handphone. Dia tak bercakap dengan isteri atau suami, janji handphone tu dia tengok. Kan, message. So these are all disruptive. But it's technology and it's important. Now the impact of this, there are a few things that selalunya kita akan bayangkan lah when you think about it. The fourth IR, they will impact economy and business, of course, society, government, and for us we focus on what will the impact be on Malaysian higher education. Among the things that we have to think about, how will the lecturers teach? Method. Sekarang ni ada MOOC, MOOC. Dia ada flip chart lah, apa semua tu kan. Something that we all should know. How will the students learn? Do they have to attend class all the time? Can they be at home and learn? Can they learn through Skype? What will the lecturers teach? Are lecturers needed? Perlu tak ada lecturer? Ke tak perlu? Because dia boleh cari je Facebook, all the information kan. So what would be the lecturer's roles? How will the learning space look like? Macam ni lagi ke? Kan? Classroom style? Discussion style? What are the roles of the students? What are the roles of the support officers and staff? Support officers ni dulu pendaftaran kan, memang beratus student sampai panjang-panjang. Sekarang dah tak perlu dah. Semua online. Maybe dulu you need 20 people. Kan, beratur daripada Melaka, daripada Kedah, daripada Perlis, daripada Selangor kan, nak register. Now, perhaps you don't need. So what do you do with the 10 people? Dulu seorang aja. now you need. You don't need 10 people anymore. Think about it, what happened to the 9? Is there something that you need to worry about? Kita dah tak ada kerja because the system is very efficient, computer. So what are the attributes of the students? What are the attributes of the lecturers? What are the attributes of the support? Okay, itu benda-benda yang kita kena fikir. Okay, today dia dah gerak kat sini, situ belum gerak. Okay. Because of rapid economic and social change, schools have to prepare students for jobs that have not yet been created, technologies that have not yet been invented, and problems that we don't yet know will arise. Orang question, dia kata, okay, the subjects that you teach in the universities now, would they be useful 5 years down the road? So these are the questions that we have to ask ourselves, because jobs that have not yet been created, kita tak tahu what sort of jobs that would be available 50 years down the road, for example, for our children, for our grandchildren. Tak tahu. So how do we prepare our children? Okay, how do we prepare them? Ni jobs ni kita tak tahu lagi. What are the jobs that would be available 50 years down the road? Okay, some of you may have seen this, because this one we took from our buku tu. Now, 9 facts about digital native. Kita panggil dia digital natives. Orang-orang yang lahir je dah pandai main komputer. Dia lahir je, dia dah boleh. I have a nephew, start umur dia 4 tahun, dia dah lagi terror komputer. Komputer, dia main dia punya notepad tu. Benda-benda yang kita tak tahu, tanya dia. Dia tahu macam nak buat. Okay. So 20% must meet the clinical standard for addiction to the internet. 20% of our digital natives ni meet the clinical standard for addiction to internet. Addicted Dulu kita kata dadah aja addiction, tapi sekarang ni internet addiction. They are bored by traditional lectures in the classroom. Macam ni dia dah boring lah ni. Kata kenapa tak ada engagement kan? Dah boring ni. Kata lah boringnya lecturer tu, dia je bercakap. So these are things that 90% of children and adolescents play video games. Okay, they may benefit from online educational games if they use it in the right manner. Multitasking may decrease brain efficiency by as much as 50%. Percaya tak? Kita selalu kata, multitask lah. You should be multitasking. Kita selalu advise, the lecturers must be multitasking, the students must be multitasking. Rupanya, kalau you multitasking banyak sangat, your brain efficiency tu decrease by 50%. Now, don't tell this to your children, because they can answer you back macam ni lah. Don't ask me to basuh baju dengan belajar dengan ni, sebab nanti dia punya brain efficiency kurang 50%. Okay? Females tend to use the internet for social reasons. Berkawan-kawan, Facebook tu, tengok dia makan kat mana, dia pergi holiday mana, dia pakai baju apa, hari ni birthday siapa kan. And the guys tend to use it for virtual gaming. Tapi yang dapat duit, gaming kan. When you do gaming, you can actually get money. Kalau you social tunjuk you makan apa tu tak. So the guys are cleverer lah, sebab dia pandai cara-cara nak buat duit menggunakan gamification. Okay, a higher frequency of family dinners directly related to a greater commitment to learning. Okay, 30% of kids aged 3 to 6 have a TV in their bedroom. Betul Literary reading has declined 28%. Tapi tak apa, sebab kita ada e-book. Betul? Jadi kalau anak you tengah tengok komputer atau tengah main, jangan marah terus. You need to ask them, tengah buat apa tu? Tengah tengok e-book, dia kata. E-learning. Okay, so these are some of the things. Kadang-kadang kita marah sebab dia duduk depan komputer berjam-jam, ingatkan dia main game. Rupanya dia tengah cari bahan untuk belajar. Mindset kita pun kena berubah. Jobs, future jobs, so probably the jobs that require creativity, empathy. Ini jobs untuk manusia. If you think about it, Fourth Industrial Revolution, kita nak kata the robots will take over most of the jobs, or the machines will take over most of the jobs. So we are scared. Apa lagi tinggal for human beings? Okay, don't worry, a lot of jobs left for the human beings. For example, jobs that require creativity, empathy, emotional intelligence, negotiation skills, because robots cannot do that yet. Okay, even main chess pun manusia masih menang lagi. And then these are some of the jobs that probably would be in very high demand. Data scientists, robot designers, makers and maintenance, engineering, integrated design, transdisciplinary, biomed, engineering, arts, humanities. Robots are not good at critical thinking, not yet. Kecuali dia jadi Terminator tu, tak tahu kan, yang cerita Terminator tu kan. I am always scared of that story because my imagination is that dia akan berlaku tak lama lagi. All the human beings will be terminated by robots. The computer, the big computers tu will will take over the world. But don't worry about it. It will not happen soon lah. Maybe in the future. We don't know. Okay. So humanities, people yang make humanities, you are actually in good state. Because these are the soft skills that only humans have the capability to do. So even for higher education, we are thinking of doing some scenario setting. Okay, although not intended to predict the future, can serve as a tool for thinking and basis for action. Jadi mungkin in the future kita boleh plan. Maybe there will be marginal changes. The traditional brick and mortar university macam UiTM sekarang ni, would that be some changes? Kita boleh ada jukebox university. Adaptive change, Uberized universities. These are some concepts that can be thought of on how our universities will look like in the future. Then maybe nano or micro certification where there's radical change langsung, there's no universities at all. Okay, teach and train for the world after jobs, knowledge and skill platform, learn for self-satisfaction. So you can just give degree without having a UiTM attached to it. For example, okay, ni some scenarios lah. Okay, questions for you to take home and think about. Tak payah jawab sekarang. Which scenarios are most desirable for your institution? Yang tadi kita bagi 4 tu. Okay, is it the jukebox style? Would it be the traditional board and mortar? What would it take to get closer to the most desirable scenario? These are the things that I think you all need to think about as well. Because in your hands lay the future. You are the future. So you need to think. What are the pros and cons in quality, access, equity and innovation that would come out from having this sort of different structure of the universities? How would your institution react to each scenario? Would you be, you think it will embrace the change? Do you think they will reject the change? Ni you are from different universities kan? So you need to think. Your university, for example, daripada UMP ada ke? Tak ada. UMP, UMT. So think. Macam saya kenal. Okay. So think. What are the requirements for survival in your scenario when thinking about how you want to move 4.0? Or you can even think of a different. Macam tadi kita kata ada 4 kan? Sorry. Tadi ada 4 kan? You can even think of a different model for your specific university. Okay, so these are some challenges that you can bring back to your university and see how for you to actually, not to say predict the future, but thinking basis for action. Thinking and also basis for action. Okay, this is some framework kita ada, some framework that we have published in a book. And we look at, for example, future-ready curriculum, whereby there's redesigning, fluid organic curriculum, transformative LNT delivery, alternative assessments. These are some of the things that we have thought about dekat kementerian. belum ada lagi probably I'm not too sure whether we will we will share this lah. If let's say there's a positive insights, we will definitely share with you very quickly. Agile governance, there must be digital ethics and values, autonomous governance, ACE delivery, sustainability, smart campus, talent planning, neoteric values driven academic, cognitive flexibility. Even for R&D, there must be a pioneer culture, research alliance and partnership, translational research, commercialization and so on. Okay, so these are some of the future-proof attributes that we feel simple enough tapi important. Jadi lifelong learners, okay, kita sampai sekarang ni kita belajar lagi. Saya pun masih belajar lagi, banyak benda lagi yang tak tahu. The more you learn, the more you don't know actually. Orang yang tak learn tu dia rasa dia know all. If you continue to learn, then you will feel that you don't know. The more you don't know, the more you want to learn. Okay, so lifelong learners, multiple intelligence, not only IQ tetapi EQ, emotional, and SQ, spiritual. Okay, so benda-benda tu is important. And then computational thinking. Kita tak mau berada di inside our own box. So the world is moving, whether you like it or not, you have to know at least how to send a WhatsApp. I have an officer, he has been with me for 4 years. Sampai sekarang dia tak nak ada WhatsApp. And I know of a great man, sampai sekarang tak nak ada handphone. So kalau kita nak cakap dengan dia, kita kena message kat wife dia. Tak ke pening? But he's a great man, so you know we accept je lah dia punya idiosyncrasy. Nanti later you are find, kalau you are tahu tu, ada yang tahu tu tahulah. Sampai sekarang memang tak ada handphone. Okay. So human-centered leadership, bridging people and force. A little bit on leadership lah. Okay. Deepak Chopra is an author who writes different types of books all related to soul. Kalau you are a humanity punya scholar, you will know Deepak Chopra. I took the whole leadership is the most crucial choice one can make. It is a decision to step out of darkness into light. Leadership, because you all are actually in leadership position kat sini. And what leaders are, as Deepak, is L, look and listen, E, emotional bonding, A, awareness, D, doing, E, empowerment, R, responsibility, and S, synchronicity. I will be sharing a few of this type of, what other people are writing about what leaders are. Okay, I like this, so I've taken and just pasted it there. Saya suka baca ni. Jadi dia kata being in touch with the soul is the secret of great leadership. Being in touch with the soul is a secret of great leadership. The capability to follow the path that unites body, mind, heart and soul. Okay? By making a soul connection, your true purpose in life will become the foundation of everything you do. Even to connect with IR 4.0. It's not easy to connect with technology. So this is something that would require a lot of soul searching. Nak naik tak autonomous vehicle tu? Nak pakai tak handphone ni? Nak order tak Airbnb? Okay? Leaders exist to give of themselves, and you can give only from what you have. The soul, that is the core of your true self, is the place where you will locate insight, creativity, imagination, and profound intelligence. When you know what is happening at your very core, what you have to give becomes limitless. Ini memang saya ambil sebiji-sebiji daripada Deepak Chopra. Saya tak ubah apa-apa pun. But I think it is something that as future leaders, as leaders, ini very penting. Is where your soul, your heart is. Now, the second book that I would like to share, you can look up lah nanti Deepak Chopra punya buku, yang memang very famous because it's written by a Harvard professor. Okay, yang tadi tu daripada India. So, True North. Siapa dah baca True North? True North is a very famous book untuk leadership lah, management. they touch on leaders. Dia kata discover your authentic leadership. Where authentic leaders inspire those around them, they empower people to step up and lead. Ini characters. Now, when you talk about leadership, I would like to reiterate. Banyak. There's a lot of theories, a lot of articles, a lot of books written about leadership. Betul? Betul, Now, what would be the best for your institution? That is for you to read and for you to find out. Because tak ada yang salah. Okay, tak ada yang salah dan mungkin tak ada yang betul exactly for your institution or for yourself or for your ecosystem, your environment. So do a lot of reading, but you actually can pick up. Macam you kata, I memang baca buku True North ni, I follow exactly all the suggestions, all the theories yang dalam True North. But sometimes it is not appropriate for your situation, your current environment. So you do need to do reading. Boleh pakai e-book, tak apa. Boleh buat e-reading. But again, it is something that you need to think about lah. Jadi for True North ni dia kata practicing your values and principles, staying centered on your values, empowering other people to lead. Empowering, tu quite difficult tu. Empowering, kadang-kadang kita rasa macam kita nak berkuasa sepenuhnya. It's also a challenge. Use different approaches at different times depending on the capabilities of the people involved and the situation they're facing. Transformation from I to we. Ni I buat. I yang tak tidur satu malam buat ni. I yang pening kepala fikir. I yang I punya idea. I yang start benda ni. I yang buat. So maybe lepas ni kita duk cakap we. That is a trait of leadership. We have done it as a team. We have, we actually worked until late last night. So these are some of the things yang, but it's a change of attitude and characteristic lah. And the essence of who you are and the values and principles you live by. Okay. Now, for 4.0 IR ni, dia ada apart from some of these leadership characteristics, we need to also be proactive and flexible in our approaches to managing change, because change comes very fast. Kalau macam untuk 4.0 ni, dia punya change ni very fast. Dia tak tunggulah lepas pada budak-budak habis exam, lepas konvo kan, tunggulah kejap kan. But it's happening now. Even for konvo now dah semua online kan. You nak track students pun online. Saya nak tunggu je masa bila dia graduate je, kita letak apa tu dekat leher dia tu, chip ke apa kan, letak chip, ni student UiTM. Dia graduate, dia naik atas stage ni, kita tembak. Jadi kita tahu dia kat mana. Kadang-kadang kita nak cari dia tak jumpa kan, nak minta dia donation ke apa kan. Bila dia tengok dia dah jadi somebody big kan, dia lupa pula dia daripada UiTM. So kita letak chip, dia tak boleh lari dah. Memang UiTM graduate. Bolehlah nanti kita minta alumni punya ni kan. So basically leaders of the future will need to adapt to at least 4 environmental settings or changes. There's a lot of competition bila 4.0 ni, a lot of competition, and must react quickly to challenges. Even in businesses, there are a lot of new businesses coming up, a lot of competition. So how you maneuver and how you manage. Transparency, manage change with open and honest communication, very important. Technology, harness talents. You need to maximize technology advancements, okay? Because, hey, it's technology. It moves very fast. Kadang-kadang kita klip mata sekejap aja, tengok Jepun dah keluar something else, new robot with new characteristics. And then hyperconnectivity, MyRan X, MyRan, Tien, all this, this hyperconnectivity. You can be connected to your friend dekat Korea within seconds. Okay, take advantage of this. These are some of the adaptations of leaders. You need to adapt quickly. Not adopt, adapt. Adopt tu maknanya you ambil lock, stock and barrel. You can adapt things and make it UiTM. You can adapt things and make it UPM. Okay, so it's adapting. And finally, we have to have a change of mindset. It is not daripada leaders of change. Dulu kita katakan, he is a leader of change. Leader of change. So sekarang ni maybe, a way to think of it is leaders in change. So bila you kata leaders of change, you akan tanya dia, what is it that you want to change? Kan? Tapi kalau leaders in change, how are you changing it? Kan? So maybe we have to sort of like retweak our thinking and move from leaders of change to leaders in change. That means we have to start with ourselves. Kita sendiri as leaders, you as leaders, you need to start from where you are, what you are doing, so that you can actually expand whatever knowledge that you have to share with others. Okay? So Brian Bacon, chairman and founder Oxford Leadership, I think this is in 2016. Leadership on the Fourth Industrial Revolution will be defined by the ability to rapidly align and engage empowered network teams with clarity of purpose. Clarity of purpose and fierce resolve to win. Okay? And Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of World Economic Forum, at the World Economic Forum, we must develop a comprehensive and globally shared view of how technology is affecting our lives and reshaping our economic, social, cultural and human environments. Something to think about. There has never been a time of greater promise or greater peril. I think that is a very, very strong statement. You choose whether it is a promise or it is a peril. Peril tu maksud dia menghancurkan. Promise means there's a lot of things that, good things that will come out of it. So there has never been a time of greater promise or greater peril. Okay, I would also like to share this because we feel that ni Datin minta saya include. Ini daripada Datin Paduka. Dia kata, Raha, bila pergi cakap, don't forget empathy. Among the leadership traits, what is very, very important is empathy. Okay? Now, I took this from Oprah Winfrey as well. Leadership is about empathy. Okay? It is about having the ability to relate to and connect with people for the purpose of inspiring and empowering their lives. Empathy itu maksud dia apa? For example, macam mana anak, dia wanita, kaum-kaum wanita kita kadang-kadang pukul 4:30 dah nak pergi ambil anak kan. So ada banyak-banyak benda wanita. Kalau lelaki nak ambil isteri. I don't know what would be a good example. Maybe to be empathic. Be empathy to your co-workers. Be empathy to your subordinates. There should be an empathy to your colleagues. Dia tak sihat kan. Mungkin if they have been performing tapi tengok dia tak perform. So you need to ask, what is there a problem? Ini saya memang tambah ni because Datin Paduka minta saya tambah. Dia kata jangan lupa empathy when you talk about leadership. Because it is something that is very, very critical. If you cannot empathize, then it is your leadership style tu will be more of apa dia nama dia? Saya tak nak sebut. Okay, it can be a dictatorship ke draconian ke orang panggil kan, sebab tak ada perasaan belas kasihan. Okay. So empathic leadership ni inilah dia. Mungkin ada banyak lagi tapi the three main ones yang saya share kat sini ada banyak. Kalau you just Google empathy, a lot of definitions. Okay? Tapi probably for leadership you need to be able to respond flexibly to the need of the moment. You tak boleh kata KPT kata kena buat macam ni. Oleh itu tak boleh tukar dah. Sebab KPM kata inilah dia punya garis panduan, kena buat macam ni juga. Tapi kadang-kadang as leaders you need to be able to look at the situation with strong justification. Mungkin ada opportunity to be flexible. Champions the success of others. Be happy when your friends berjaya and things like that. So that's also a trait of a leader. Integrity. Now integrity is something that is very, very important because it is the backbone of all activities. It actualizes one's own potential. But you need to have the integrity. Okay. So if each of you, saya sepatutnya benda ni dia ada animation sikit. If you write down sekarang ada kertas kan? You write down in the past, what was your leadership quality? Itulah kalau nak buat saya bagi seminit fikir. And in the future or today, what are the changes perhaps that you have made whereby your leadership quality ada improvement ke, makin teruk ke kan? So think about this. Saya mula-mula saya nak buat animation, letak ni dulu, lepas tu boleh letak sana. Tapi dia dah terkeluar lah semua. Okay, so tak apalah. Jadi do it and think about it. Because kadang-kadang kita tak fikir. When we are living in a fourth industrial revolution in this very fast-paced world, sometimes kita lupa nak reflect, right? We don't reflect. So I want you all today to maybe reflect a little bit. Okay, in the past, perhaps you are young, so you're a little bit impatient. Buat decisions very quick. Kadang-kadang lupa nak check what dia punya evaluation scheme dia tu kurang sikit. Jadi quick to make decisions. Maybe narrow-minded because you have not had the experience. Kurang wisdom maybe. Direct and straightforward, muda kan? Tembak aja. Tak happy tembak. Tapi ada juga orang tua sampai dah tua macam tu ada juga. Tak happy tembak. Tapi okay, that's this is leadership. Maknanya bila you jadi ketua jabatan, when you are you are actually leading units ke. Then today, do you see yourself improving the changes? And the changes too, if you align it to fourth industrial revolution, you align it to what is needed today, you align it to what are required of you, then you kata, actually I'm doing perhaps a good job in terms of focusing on what good leadership all about. Okay, jadi maybe now you are more confident. Ini saya kata mungkin saya lah. I'm more knowledgeable because dah tua sikit, maybe wiser sikit, and because of that I am more confident. Tapi tadi nak naik sini gigil-gigil juga sikit perut. Still bila nak cakap depan-depan ni sikit perut lagi. And then perhaps your values. When you want to make a decision, you look at the values. And perhaps with more knowledge, you have more humility. Okay, macam ibarat padi, lagi berisi, lagi tunduk. Kan? And then, active patience. I would not call myself a patient person. I am not patient. I'm very impatient. Jalan laju, cakap laju. Tapi I learned that there's a word, nama dia active patience. Saya suka. So I said, okay lah, I can live with that. I am not really patient person, but I'm active. Maknanya kan, you tunggu. But while you tunggu, you're already thinking of what's going to happen. Atau what will you do. Dia tak ada patient tu, you duduk, diam kan. So this is what active patience is all about. Maknanya when you talk about flower nak bloom, by the time dia nak bloom tu, you dah fikir dah, what is it that you're going to do. So there's this word, active. You can look it up, active patience. Very interesting. So I thought, maybe I'm not all that patient because I can be very impatient sometimes. So, okay, active patience. So, I hope you all balik malam ni ke, before dinner. I know you have a dinner tonight. So, you can just think about it, your leadership qualities in the past and your leadership qualities today. So, of course, we cannot move away from this. If you talk about leadership, you talk about being in a good organization, moving forward together, you need to have these three elements. Okay, one is love. It is a healthy relationship and should be celebrated whenever possible. In life, Kan, if I have a friend who loves dia punya cat, kucing. My brother-in-law loves, of course dia love dia punya wife, tapi dia love juga dia punya fish, ikan. I mean you can have more than one love. Jangan, don't repeat after me. You can have more than one love on top of the love of your life. Okay, so happiness, okay, helps us feel like we belong, and this has big impact on our happiness. We must be happy. Ini sebenarnya kata-kata ni our minister, Minister of Higher Education, Minister of Education sebut ni 3 benda ni dia kalau boleh. Tadi tu Datin, empathy, ini menteri. So dia kata we need to have this in our life. Love, happiness, mutual respect. Treating the other person the way you would like to be treated. Rasa hormat. Okay, kalau you rasa you tak suka kena sembur, tak suka kena marah depan-depan orang, don't do that to your staff, your colleagues. Okay, do it gently. Kan, ajak makan, minum teh tarik, betul marah lepas makan. So mutual respect is very important. I think mutual respect ni is something yang kadang-kadang kita pun terlupa. We are all human beings. We need to know, we need to learn how to respect each other. Okay, so World Happiness Report, tahniah Malaysia, kita sekarang ni kedudukan 35 dalam negara-negara ASEAN. Kalau kira happiness index, Malaysia nombor 2. Ni saya share lah juga. Perhaps we are happier now than we were before. So humanizing fourth IR leaders, there must be a balance. Ni Asimo, very famous robot daripada Jepun. There should be ethics and spirituality, leadership skills, national identity, knowledge, language proficiency, thinking skills. At the end of the day, there must be a balance between akhlak dengan ilmu, ethics and morality, plus knowledge and skills. Ini kalau you tengok blueprint, dalam blueprint ni ada ni, the higher education blueprint. Cuma masa dalam blueprint tak ada gambar robot. Okay, so but it is relevant because in order for you to move forward, you must never forget about ethics and morality. Okay. So ultimately, technology is a tool. People come first. Its purpose should be centered on humanity and public interest. Where tolerance, respect, care and compassion come into play, eventually it boils down to culture and values. With fourth IR ushering into a new cultural renaissance, it needs a collective wisdom. Anon 2018. Okay. Saya lecturer, jadi apa-apa saya kena ada reference. Okay, I'm not sure you understand what we mean by next generation leadership. So ini bila dia kata nak next generation leadership, ni kartun lah ni kan. Dia siap pakai baju Superman. Jadi ingat, dia punya understanding tu. There's a video, very interesting video, tapi saya tak upload lah video tu. Okay, Rumi is my favourite poet lah. So saya selalu kalau ada talk, saya akan share 1 or 2 of Rumi punya quotes. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Okay. Of course, bila kita talk about new technology, new ways of doing things, you have your old ways, you feel that your way was the best way, kan? But this is very good quote lah. Life and leadership is indeed the fine art of knowing when to hold on and when to let go. One needs to find the elusive balance between action and reflection. Asyik reflect aja no action tak boleh tak? Kan? Asyik action je no reflection pun susah juga. Control and empowerment. When do you empower? When do you hold your control? Okay. Plan and flexibility. You must plan, and then can you actually abhor flexibility? Doing and being. You must do things, but at the same time you must be. Itu yang leader in change. Okay. Okay. So with that, I would like to thank you.